Hey everyone, this is DemainaNyx, and we're back with more Agario. I'm continuing from where I left off, and I'm just gonna see if I can help my teammate, because since I got devoured last time, we are now really losing. It's a little blue corner up there. Yep, that's us. So let's see if I can help my teammate find some... Where's all the food? There we go. See if I can get some of this to one of my teammates, so I can be big enough to be of actual help and not a detriment. Can I get some of you? Nope. Okay, fine. I will go after red. Gonna be like that. This green guy's gonna try to get... He's gonna regret it. Told you you're gonna regret it. That's one thing I find really hilarious is, yes, it's a little bit hard to determine what size you're gonna be when you split. But I love how many times I've had people split on me, and they are not nearly the right size at all. They are just clearly too small. Clearly, when they split, they're going to be even smaller than they are now. But yet, they still try. They still think they can do it. I don't know. I don't know if it's they think they can do it, or if they're being adventurous like I am. And they just, fail miserably at, guessing what size they'll be when they come back. It could be either, it could be both. I have no clue. No! Sorry, Blue, I wasn't fast enough. I'm gonna try to get him. He didn't get down here. Turned, and yeah. Erg. It's gonna be fun trying to get these red guys. I need to find the rest of my team. I wonder where the rest of my team went. Because I see all these little blue guys, and I just had, oops, gotta run. I might hide here. I will pop you. Do not test me. Or your teammate can pop and I'll be bigger then. It's even better. See what I mean? This is what I was talking about last time. How I just get lucky for no apparent reason. Now I'm going to get really unlucky right now. But I've had so many times where I just happen to get lucky and the other team makes a mistake like that and they get popped. And it just works out for me. Come on, dude. You know you wanna. And see, this is what I was talking about this last time. How I don't know why these teams like to pick on me. I'm not the biggest guy on the map. I don't know what you have against me. I will pop you. I will pop you and you will regret it. Come on. Come after me. Let's try this. And my music cut out. I still have enough mass to pop you all. I don't know why you're still... You're gonna regret picking on me. I am not afraid of you all. Go for it. Let me restart my music. But yeah, like I said, I take this game... Stop that. I like to play this game adventurously. I like to try things. I like to be adventurous. I need another word besides adventurous. I like to do whatever. I don't let these cells intimidate me. You want to pick on me? Fine. I'm taking some of you down with me. Because I play games to have fun, not to stress out. Even like rage games, I don't know. Just, I take life way too... There's too much crap in life. Honestly, I wish people would calm down with so much stuff. Life is too hard as it is. People, we need to relax. We need to laugh more. We need to have fun. We need to stop being at each other's throats for stupid little things. Because there's just too much. It's too stressful. There's too much going on that we all should be picking on each other. And like, you'll probably hear this many times when I play games. I laugh at like everything. Honestly, except for when I get like the same. If I'm playing the same level 15 times and I die 15 times over and over, that's about when I start losing my sense of humor. But most of the time, whenever I'm playing a game, I'm enjoying myself. I'm laughing. I don't know, just trying to relax, trying to de-stress, trying to enjoy what's out there, because there's so much stuff that drags us all down. There's so much stuff that we get worried about that, stresses us out. Like, you have work stress, you have, school stress, you have life stress, you have health stress. There's so many things that you can get worried about that, like this. I'm surrounded by the other team right now. I could easily be stressed out by that, but it's a game. There's nothing to be worried about. There's nothing I can do about it, so it doesn't make sense for me to panic or whatever. I just try to let stuff roll off my back, especially when playing games. Yes, I do know how to take things seriously. I've had many moments in games where I get so into the story that I get, emotional at the, scenes where they try to get you emotional. Or you've heard it in some of these where, the other team member goes after my team and I'm like, I will take you down, dude. And it's just, I try to have fun, but I know how to be serious. But 90% of the time when I'm talking, I'm having fun. 'Cause people need to relax. If you take, honestly, there's probably like 3 people listening to me. I highly doubt anyone. I'm brand new YouTube channel, so I highly doubt there's like anyone who's listening to me because I'm not a big channel. But people, if anyone is listening, if anyone takes away anything from this, I would hope that they would take away that we need to relax. We need to be a better, I don't know, like species. We get so wrapped up in, we don't have the same troubles that most species have. I don't remember what it's called. There's some kind of triangle or pyramid or something of, I should know this before I talk about it, but there's a thing that basically we all go through, and it determines how, I should really go look it up. But it's basically a triangle or a pyramid where you start off with like basic survival needs for this one. It goes across the board. Oops, I just hit my mic. Sorry. But this goes across the board where like we all need shelter, we all need food, there are just these basic things that we all need. Humans, plants, animals, everything. And we all need them to survive. And then there are You have to meet that requirement, like have a stable food source, have a stable shelter, have stable whatever, and then you can progress to that next step in the pyramid. I don't know the steps. I've heard of this concept before, and it makes a lot of sense. But we've gone, because we're humans, because we know that, if you want food, assuming you have money, you can just go to McDonald's, you can go to Wendy's. I'm not sponsored by any of them, but those are the first places that popped into my brain. So, like I said, I'm not a big YouTube channel who would sponsor me anyway. But you can go to these places. You can just walk in, say, I'd like a Big Mac, I'd like a whatever, and get it. There's no hunting for food. We don't have to devour. We're not going out and trying to, oops, I'm in trouble if I do that wrong. But we're not going out hunting things, praying that we find food to survive. We can just go to the store, and if we're lucky, we find, if we're lucky enough to have the money, we're good. If we're not lucky enough, then, we're out of luck. And so we're kind of lucky in the sense of we don't have to be, struggling to find food, struggling to survive. But at the same time, because we're not struggling, we get to, I'm still going to die because I'm trying to talk and play. Yep. But because we're not struggling, we get to go on to different parts. We get to move on. So like we get to, no other species has like literature. They don't make well, we don't know this, but I'm going to go with it because we don't know. But we don't have like stories. We don't have, whatever. They talk about how you can't have animals that are domesticated, they can't go back out into the wild. And that's because they've gone through that process of they've gotten past that I need food stage. They've gotten to that next step in the pyramid of, well, I can just enjoy this part. I know, like, you don't have to worry about food. You don't have to worry about shelter. You don't have to worry about, well, where am I going to survive? Am I going to die if I walk out my door tomorrow? You get, certain animals get into that comfort zone that, humans are in, where we're so comfortable with stuff because we know we don't have to worry about it. I know if I walk out my door, I don't have to worry that a lion is going to run me down because I'm lucky enough to be, I'm in the United States, in case anyone didn't know this, but, so there's not a lot of big game animals that are going to come, running down my front door trying to, beat me up or whatever. So, I have a little bit of a, whatever. I'm sure if you were in, I don't know, I don't live anywhere else. I don't know what other worlds are like. There may be, like, I think there's, like, one poisonous snake in all of Michigan. It's where I live, in case you care. There's, like, one poisonous snake in here that we gotta worry about. There are wolves, there are, I think there's a cougar. I think there's cougar. I don't know. But I mean, this is what I'm talking about. I don't even know what dangerous creatures, there's an R in there, live in my state where I live. And that's because I don't have to. I don't have to worry about, going out and being attacked by these things. I don't have to worry about, no, don't go down, into that area because that's where the coyotes live, and don't go down into that area because that's where the whatevers live. Because we're beyond that. We're beyond worrying. And because we're beyond worrying about that, we get to worry about other things. We get to create new things. We get to worry about, wonder about, like, well, why are we here? What is our purpose in life? What is our whatever? And most other species don't get that. They're so consumed. I'm going to be consumed too. They're so consumed with the daily, they're so consumed with this, trying to find food, trying not to die, trying not to be devoured, trying everything, trying to, procreate. Speaking is such a nice thing, I'm going to get you just because I can. But, they're so worried about this. They're so worried about keeping their species going that they don't even get past the, initial phase. They're so stuck in that, how do I get this guy? How do I protect myself for the next day? I'm in the wrong button. Come back here, dude. Have some. But they're so stuck in this, we have to protect ourselves phase that they can't move on to that next level of the pyramid. And I don't know the levels. I've heard this concept and it makes a lot of sense to me. That, you need to have that stable source before you can move on, before you can have different stuff. Sorry. And so it makes a lot of sense to me. I understand it. And you can see it kind of in this game how, you're so worried about other cells about to devour you that you try to hide or you try to do whatever. And I don't know, maybe that's why I like this game. But there's so much stuff that we, worry about that we don't really need to worry about. Because it's, we're lucky. We're a species that we've gone beyond some of the basic, survival needs. We don't, I can't say all of us. Obviously, there are people who don't make enough money, who don't have stuff. There was a girl in, I want to say college. Yeah, it had to be college. Where I was talking to her, and this is just a thing about me. I don't know why. People like to tell me their life story. I can say hi to, like, a person at the register. I can say, hi, how are you? And I get every single problem they've ever had in their life thrown at me. It's kind of fun, and it's also kind of like, I just said hi. I swear. Anyway, but we were teamed together in it had to be like a project or something. And I think I'm running over my time. But we were teamed together in a project. And I think we were just sitting after we had, been sitting in one of the university cafeteria area. And we were just talking. And she was talking about how Her parents, like I was saying how I gotta go home, I'm tired, I just gotta, relax and try to de-stress. And she was saying how she has to go home and clean, take a shower, clean up because she has work in about 3 hours. And I'm sitting there kind of in disbelief because it's like, what do you mean you have work in 3 hours? It's like 9 o'clock at night. And basically she told me how, I don't know what she wanted. I'm such a horrible person now. But she wanted to be, I don't know what she wanted to be, but she wanted to be she wanted to go into a certain field of study, and her parents didn't like that. And they basically kicked her out. They basically said, if you want to go into that, fine, but we're not paying for college, we're not paying for you to live here. You have to move out and pursue that on your own. And it was such a foreign concept to me that it's 9 o'clock at night and I got to go to work. And I got to go to work because I don't have money to eat tomorrow, or I don't have money to go to school tomorrow, or I don't have money for whatever. And it really makes you realize how, like, privileged you are when you hear that, because it's like, I've never had this problem. I've never had to worry about not having money, not having food, not having anything. And it's, I know, I'm going to start crying if I keep talking about it. But, so yeah, it's like, as humans, we're kind of evolved beyond this. We don't have the same struggles that most people do, or most species do. And yet, at the same time, there are people who do. And it's just weird. I think I totally lost track of my original topic on this. Gosh. But yeah. And I've just told someone's life story on YouTube. But there's like 4 people watching me, so they're probably not going to care. But yeah, so it's really interesting to see how you have this idea that you get to a certain stage in this pyramid and you get opened up to like more, it's like more worries, I guess. Because it's like when you're small and you got to worry about protecting yourself, and you got to worry about food, and you got to worry about shelter and everything, you don't have that time or that, capacity, I guess, to even worry about, well, what am I going to do with tomorrow? You're so focused on what am I going to do about in the next 5 seconds? What am I going to do about in whatever? You can't even, consider the future because you're so worried about right now. What if you don't make it to tomorrow? You can't have a future if you're so concerned with today. And I wish people would understand that they need to be, I mean, it's cliched to say, I guess, but there's so many things that tell you, there's the motivational stuff that tells you to be, live, laugh, love, stuff like that they try to tell people that you need to do this more because you never know. And it's true, we never know. We never know when we're going to have an opportunity like this anymore because we're so concerned with certain aspects of our life. We're so concerned with, well, that cute guy didn't notice me, or I can't talk to that girl, she's out of my league, or whatever. And honestly, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I mean, I'm not the one to talk about, love. I am like the last person who should talk about love. But still, I'm gonna die. But still, there's just so many things that we freak out about. And I would love for people to stop freaking out about everything. I mean, that's never going to happen. I'm never going to convince people not to panic. I mean, panic is part of our natural thing. I've said this to people before. How I need to stop. I think I'm way over my time. But this is important, so I'm going to try to finish this. But when something bad happens, like say you found out you had a disease, I can completely understand freaking out. I can completely understand, wanting to, cry and scream and shout and all sorts of stuff. I can understand that. I have nothing against anyone who does that. Because that's a natural reaction. It's a reaction of my survival is being threatened. What do I do about this? And as humans, we don't have this concern. We don't have to worry about our survival 90% of the time. Most of the time, all we got to worry about is, don't let me die on the way to work tomorrow. Or, I hope this guy in this car that's not paying attention doesn't, sideswipe me or whatever. Or if we bike to work, same thing. I hope this guy doesn't kill me as I'm trying to get to work. But, so I can completely understand people freaking out, but there seems to be this disconnect between people don't get past the freak out stage. They get stuck in it. They see everything is going to fail. I'm never going to, I do this. I do this every once in a while where I go through a phase of, what am I going to do with my life? Why can't I figure out what to do with my life? When am I going to start knowing what I want to do? I can't even think about. When I'm in that mode, it's horrible. And I can list everything that is wrong with me. I can list everything. And I'm sure everyone hits it. If you don't, I don't know what you have going on with your life. But we all have that moment where we're just overwhelmed with everything and we panic. And people get stuck in that. They get stuck in the, what am I going to do? Because it's easy. It's really easy to get stuck in the, I'm not good enough. I'm going to fail at life. I'm going to whatever, because our brains do that. They naturally focus on the negative, because most of the time there's so much positive in our life that it's the odd thing that sticks out. And so when we get stuck in that moment, we focus on all of those negative aspects that have happened to us. And you have to figure out a way to get out of it. You have to figure out a way to say, I will figure it out. Because if you don't, you're back in that pyramid. You're back on that bottom level of that pyramid of my safety is threatened. I have to worry about right now. I can't worry about the future. And it's horrible. We want to get past it. This is the point of, we kind of evolved as a species to get past that. Or, we worked together. We decided, if we have, if one person's a farmer, he will produce the food, and the person producing the electricity will then trade the food for the electricity, and then we all benefit. And that's, one of the benefits we have about being humans is we've come up with a system to work together, and it's amazing. And I don't know how, because I can't get people to work together with me on a game, but we somehow did it in life. And it's just, I'm clicking the wrong button. Oh, I clicked the right button. Never mind. But I'm way over. I gotta stop. But like I said, if you take away anything from this, honestly, try to relax. Try to, if you panic. It's perfectly reasonable. If you told me tomorrow that I lost my job and I was out on the street and I had nowhere to go, I would panic. It's completely natural to panic. There's nothing wrong with that. But you have to get past it. And I would hope that, like I said, if you take away anything from this, take away that life will be better. It will solve itself. It'll come together. Something will work out in your favor, because most of the time, someone will help you. It's weird. I've had so many times where I'm gonna start rambling again if I keep talking, so let me just stop. Let me see if I can hide in this corner and finish. Anyway, maybe I'll continue this and keep talking about it next time, but anyway. Thank you all for listening. I'm sorry that I kind of started rambling halfway through about stuff you probably don't care about. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.